Hi, Kenrick.
Yay! How
Hey,
you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm late to the meeting.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. How's your day been so far?
It's been all right. I've been kind of just running back and forth, doing a whole lot.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Been a pretty busy day. So,
Been a pretty
I,
good day. How are you feeling about the election?
how am I feeling about the election?
Yeah.
Uh, I feel good about it.
Okay. All right.
You know,
Okay.
I did not. Uh,
Uh-huh.
it's not. Uh, I voted,
Right.
but
Okay.
but I feel good about it though because I'm kind of just I'm on a good path
Yeah.
and I'm not that really like cloud my judgment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 Fair. Fair. Got it.
How do you feel about it?
Um. I think I feel actually conflicted about it. It's well now I don't know, yeah, it's interesting for me to observe kind of how the Americans feel about it. My girlfriend has been very conflicted about it this morning. I would have voted for Kamala, to be honest, if I had the
Sure.
possibility.
Mhm.
But yeah, it is what it is, and yeah, getting the best. Yeah, I guess I mean, yeah, yeah, I just saw actually a post from Prime Minister of Denmark that said something about how the work with him when he was last the president has been great. So I'm like, I mean, we'll make it work, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So anyway, thank you for coming on here and
No,
for wanting to be on the podcast.
thank you for having me.
Uh, yeah, and let's just jump right into it, Kenrick. Yeah, it's and also really just lovely and nice to connect with you on yeah, Instagram, see your art. I love that you do like these huge ones. Like that's so
Right.
cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
tell me, let's start at your story. Tell me your story. I think that's one of the first questions also that I texted to you. What's your story? What, yeah, baby Kenrick, about growing up and so, New Jersey.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I'm 29, so I was born in Summit, New Jersey,
Yeah.
and I was raised in South Orange, New Jersey.
Okay. Mm.
So I came up in, I'd say it's a pretty uh liberal area,
Hmm.
beautiful. It's one of those things like uh I always remember not really like hearing anything about race like at all
Hmm.
when I moved to the South.
Ah,
You
okay.
know, so I moved to the South when I was 12,
Hmm.
and it was definitely like a real culture shock because it's like I'm coming from a place where it's like race is never really mentioned,
Hmm.
and then you go to another place where it's like it's mentioned often, especially like by like other kids and whatnot. So
Okay.
it's just one of those things. It's like uh uh changing regions. I'm
Yeah.
sure like military kids and stuff like that can relate where it's like uh
Hmm.
culture shock. It's like, oh wow, people are very different from me in this area, and that's just what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I've definitely become accustomed to it now. I I grew up, um, went to the middle school, Lexington Middle School, and then
Uh-huh.
Lexington High. And then after Lexington High School, I went to East Carolina University, which is in Greenville, North Carolina.
Hmm.
So spent 4.5 years there, and that was a pretty interesting experience. But I
Hmm.
did find some meet some amazing people there, and I learned a lot about myself. And then
Mm,
came back to Lexington. So now I'm here in Lexington, and I've been kind of just uh, pushing for this dream. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Uh, I'm just uh, always working towards it because it's something I was always passionate about. So
Mhm.
I can remember I was always just drawing, doing different stuff like that. So yeah, it's been very interesting, very uh challenging, but at the same time very rewarding.
Hmm.
So I'm blessed. Like every day I'm able to do it.
Mm,
I don't have money yet, but I'm blessed to be able to do it.
mm. When did you start drawing? Yeah. When's the first memories you have of drawing?
I would say I feel like we all started drawing like in pre-K. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
right,
I
right.
being in class with other kids and drawing with them.
Uh,
So uh, like I just remember just starting out drawing like any other kid would. The
mm-hmm,
difference is stopped. You know what I mean? Like I always just kept doing it because it was something I love to do. And then also people would tell me I was good at it.
uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
with that too, it's like it made me kind of
Yeah.
go with so
Yeah, it's a reward to see how it makes an impact on someone else.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
I can see that. Yeah. Yeah. Continue. What do you stop you or what do you think um yeah, what did you like sense in other people like when you started? Is that different or the same for now? Like, do you remember how that was as a kid? I asked this question because I sometimes think back at how like with some of the things I do with soccer, or sometimes it's like there's something that I don't know. It's just I think it's so interesting how we start as a kid and then when and why we chose to keep going with it and what's it's about our yeah personality identity or like what's like what yeah what is it about it is it like I don't know like what kind of what feelings are we sitting with is that something we have noticed or is it what is it kind of come through if that makes sense
Yeah, yeah, that does make
or
sense. I think it's a mix of a couple different things, you
yeah
know, like I it's definitely like a form of what would you call it, dopamine,
mm-hmm
that
yeah yes
uh people are cheering you on and
yeah
uh telling you how amazing the artwork is that you do. Uh that's always really rewarding. And then it's also really cool to connect with people uh
mm,
that might be interested in their own form of artwork and have and may not necessarily like see encouragement in their own life. So it's
mm,
like when you come in, to be able to meet people like that,
yeah
where I think is really cool. It's like they help me and I help them kind of thing. You know what I
yeah
mean?
yeah
Or then keep doing what we're doing.
yeah yeah it's a both ways kind of mirror thing yeah yeah I always find it so I guess just special when I'm at a gallery or somewhere with art, just to see how is how is kind of the experience for the painter or the drawer, and how is the experience for yeah just for anyone walking by or seeing that it's so incredible what art does to us and for us.
Yes.
Um, yeah. What Like now, I've seen a couple of the stories that you share on Instagram with I love I love the different like you show there's the girl and the horse.
Right. Right.
and the lady.
Hmm.
Um, and then there's one other particularly that I have been like seeing over and over again, watching how it's like how it's forming out on there, which is really awesome.
Thank you.
Um, yeah. How does that feel now that I'm just like mentioning that?
It's amazing, because I spend a lot of time by myself,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. So when someone like you that I've never met in person can appreciate
Mm,
it lets me know it's like, okay, all of my solitude and frustrations
mm,
and all of that, it's worth it, you know,
right.
worth it
Yeah,
when I can connect with someone like yourself.
yeah.
So, I'm like, as long as this kind of thing can happen, I feel like it's worth it, you know.
Mm, I love that. I love that. Where do you get the ideas for these? Is that from outside or is that in your mind or yeah, how where does it come from?
It's a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
I roll around with different ideas in my head for months before I really like
Okay.
draw start to draw it. So sometimes a lot of the times I do commission, like I'll do artwork of like people's babies or pets or
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But the artwork that you see on my story, mostly it's like artwork that I'm doing in my free time, like artwork uh that I'm not really getting paid for the
Oh
most
yeah.
part.
Okay.
So it's like artwork that I've been working on for some of them over a year, you know.
Mm.
So it's
Wow.
it's yeah, it's just artwork that I have sitting under my bed, and I'll take it out and I'll work on it for you know
Mhm.
25 minutes every day. You know,
Okay.
try
Oh
to
yeah. Yeah.
add that up time. So it's I get the ideas from I'm inspired by music, by
Mm.
movie, by other artists. I look at other artists' stuff.
Uh-huh. What other
Like
artists?
um, I'm not very familiar with this artist.
Beth Doletla? Ben Do let no. How do I pronounce it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. But it's someone you're
I don't know.
inspired by. Okay, yeah, I love that.
It's like a
I love that you have that and show that. Ah, wow. Okay, wow.
you know. So
Ah,
it's like I'm inspired by different stuff like that, and I'm always looking at Francisca. Is it Francisca Goya? Uh, I think I'm
uh-huh,
pronouncing that right. Uh, Van Gogh too. Van Gogh is some of Van Gogh's work is, and the thing is, I want to be like these artists, but like when I go and I look them up, Frida, when
uh-huh.
I go and I look them up, it's like a lot of them were really troubled individuals. A lot of
Mm.
them like had a lot of problems in their life, and it's like I don't want that part of it. Like
No,
I just want
yes,
to be as good as them with the art, but I don't want
yes,
to. I don't want to be have the issues. But I almost feel like you can't have one without the other. Like
right,
you're gonna have to have some issues in order to create beautiful work like that. So,
right, right.
but
So
yeah,
it's from the issues that the word comes from or that the inspiration might have come from.
right,
Like it's what
exactly.
you're saying. Yeah, 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 I can see that. That's where's that the picture you just showed me in the book, where's that from and when
Well, that's a book that I got. This friend of mine from church,
okay, yeah.
she brought it, and she was just like, take a look at some of this person's work.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and I don't broadcast it, but it's something that I love to do. Like I love to. I have a bunch of books of a bunch of different artists, and
Mm-hmm.
Monet. You
Oh
know,
yeah, Monet.
Monet is really good.
Yeah.
So different artists.
Uh-huh.
Because I feel like you can always learn. Like I'm definitely a student. I'm always trying to get better at what I'm doing.
Yes. Yeah, love that. What's I wanted to talk about also the work that you do on schools and colleges and how what that is like. Because yeah, that's just it's really inspiring and it's yeah, I find that it's I don't know, I want to hear more. I have so many thoughts about it, but I also just want to hear what it's like for you to no, I'm almost getting both in mouth. But yeah, what how does the preparation look for that and like what's do you I guess do you like in the preparation to that like choose how are you gonna like put this up and how kind of interactive is it gonna be and yeah that
Right. Yeah, for sure. Uh, the thing is, I'm really inspired by also like a Bob Ross,
okay yeah
and I watched this documentary of, and I know he's pretty generic, but it's
mm,
he's inspiring in a lot of ways too, though. Um, he said he said something about trying to reach as many people as he can while he's alive,
mm-hmm,
and I like that aspect of it, you
uh-huh
know. So I'm
yeah.
trying to apply that to my own life. So a lot of the times, well, really most times, there might have been maybe one time I was paid, um, but I it's out of my pocket to like drive there and like just do everything to in order to present and like show the kids what it is that I'm doing.
Okay yeah
Just because I feel like I need to reach them, and
mm,
every school may not have the funding and different
mm,
stuff in order for a speaker. So I'm like, really, I want to be able to one day speak at like Princeton and
uh-huh
Yale and
yes
stuff. Even though I've never been there, it's just like
yes
I want to be able to connect with people that's there too.
yes
So
yeah
uh, I'm thinking I'm like I have to start somewhere. So I
uh-huh
reach out to like local schools, and I'll look up the art teacher at every high school in my area,
okay
and
yeah
then I'll email them. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but some of the times I don't get a response. But it's like
yes
I'll get a response sometimes too. So it's like I just go with the people who are open to it, and
mm,
so I haven't had a bad experience yet. So
right
they just open up the door for me. I'll bring. Sometimes I have to fill out an application just so that they know I'm not like a crazy person,
yeah yeah
But
yeah
uh,
okay
some people are weird, But
well how does
I
that actually work? 'Cause that's interesting because I didn't well I want to hear more of what you were continuing to say but I didn't realize that you reached out but that's just so I mean what was the word I was sitting with I guess also generous with your
thank you.
love
Yeah,
yeah
yeah,
and yes because the thing from for I don't know I think it's just I from where I mean, how do I say that? In Denmark, I usually hear like people as like you reach out to artists, but it's just so inspiring, like to me that it's uh yeah that you're doing it by yourself. I just I don't even know what to say right now. It's just
no, no,
also because I
I
guess I can
appreciate
relate
it.
to it, but because I do that so much by myself, right? And sometimes
Yeah,
people don't really understand how much work, but it's also like it means so much, right? To have that connectedness and to put yourself out there when it's something that means so much to one.
right, right.
Yeah.
And
So
you understand me on a deeper level because not everyone gets that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? That's a that's real.
yeah, it is.
It's pressure, but um
Mm,
it's still a blessing though. Not
mm,
everyone can pursue their dream. You know what I mean? So it's cool.
yeah, yeah. How many schools have you or which school you have been to Liberty? Drive Elementary School. That's one of the posts I saw.
Liberty?
Liberty Drive Elementary School, is that right?
Yes, I
Uh-huh.
did.
Okay, yeah.
Uh, I'll be honest. I should keep more of a record, but I don't.
Okay.
So I've been. I want to say it's been maybe like 25 schools or something like that. Maybe something like that.
Wow,
20,
okay.
25, something like that.
Wow. Okay.
I've been doing it for a couple years now. So
Yeah. Okay, yeah. What is what's some of the differences and what's the in the um experience with having done that amount of school?
I
Yeah.
think what I love about it is like uh how like every school is different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Even the schools that you might think are like similar to others, they're different. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
so I think that's what it is. Like I some there's been some schools that I go to and I'm expecting it to be a certain way, and it's something completely different. You know,
Mm,
um,
right. What could be an
uh,
example?
uh, well, you know how like some
Mm,
schools you might have grew up and heard about in your area and was
right.
like, oh, that school must be this way. Like it might be, a little ghetto or like a little
Right.
like, like I don't really want to be around that kind of,
Right.
and
Yeah.
like, and then sometimes it's like it is that way, and then it changes over time too.
Yeah.
I've learned that, like, a
Yeah.
school that might have had like a bad reputation in the past, like it might have grew into something different.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
hold on one moment.
Mm.
That was my mom.
Oh, that was your mom. Okay. Great.
Yeah, but what were we talking about?
We were talking about I guess reputation of a school and how that can change or how
Oh
your
yeah,
experience of it can be different from what what the
right,
reputation has been. Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's interesting going to different schools in different areas because you're meeting a bunch of different kinds of kids, but
Uh-huh.
um they're similar in a lot of ways
Mm-hmm.
too. So it's just I'm learning a lot about myself in the
Uh-huh.
process.
What are you learning? I'm curious because I'm learning so much about myself too with the
Yeah,
podcast. Yeah.
I'm learning. I have a I have a shorter fuse than I
Hmm.
used to think that I did. Um,
Uh-huh.
I'm learning uh that I've probably made a good decision to not have a kid yet.
Hmm.
You know, I'm learning that the teachers need a lot more support.
Hmm.
Um, I'm learning
Yeah.
that uh, the school lunches need to be a lot better,
Uh,
like stuff
yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Uh-huh.
you know, but it's one of those things where it's like the schools can't really control it. It's just
Right.
it's more of like a at the top thing.
Yeah. Yes.
You know.
Yes. What's the school food like?
Uh,
Well, I'm also curious because I used to with my mom I would sometimes see Jamie Oliver. Yeah, have you heard of him?
what was that?
Jamie Oliver, the food guy.
Yeah. I think I might have heard of them.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, I think I might have heard of them.
Yeah, okay. We saw some videos, or not videos, but it was a TV program. It was show some of um some food somewhere in the States, and it was interesting. It was interesting. But yeah, never mind. You can, yeah, go on. What
Gotcha.
again? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. Uh, it's one of those things. It might have not. It was probably similar when I was in school.
right. The
I
Is it not
just
healthy or not enough, or what is the like yeah,
I want to explain that. It's like I guess that it's lacking like nutrition.
right, right.
I feel like it's and then the food. A lot of these kids they're not really eating a whole lot at home,
Hmm.
so
Okay,
they're kind of relying on the food at school.
I
So
see.
if the food at school isn't very good, then it's like they're not eating very good food at all.
Hmm.
So it wasn't the case like that for me, but I
Hmm.
definitely went to school with kids like that.
Okay,
So
yeah,
it's like uh it's rough for a lot of
yeah,
them, you know.
yeah. Hmm. How many kids do is there, like, is it um yeah, do you remember how many kids there's, like, how is it usually that you I guess
It would be
or grow?
maybe like 25.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a bigger class. Like sometimes the teacher will like fit two classes in one
Okay,
if
yeah.
like if like if they don't have a lot of time for me to be there or whatever.
Right.
I've also been to a lot of different like career fairs.
Okay, yeah.
So like I'll set up a table and have my business cards there and pass them
Okay.
out and just like have some artwork there for people to look at.
Hmm.
So I try to stay busy and find as many opportunities as I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where do you find it? Like, is it just search on Google, or is there platforms you use
That's a good
specifically?
question.
I guess
I'd
also
say
to other artists listening.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's a great question.
Yeah, there's something that kind of bumped into my head. It's like, why don't ask?
Yeah, the I think the best thing to do is get creative with it.
Hmm. I like that.
Yeah. So it's like uh I'm thinking about every single person in my life and like
Hmm.
what it is that they do and who it
Hmm.
is that they know. So it's like
Hmm.
I go to church. I've been going to church recently, like more frequently,
Hmm.
and I've gotten really cool with my pastor. And
Hmm.
so like one thing led to another, and now I'm being commissioned by the church to do artwork.
Hmm.
You know,
Ah,
that's going to be in the church.
yeah,
So it's like
okay.
that's like an example, or it's like I grew up with this guy, and his dad passed away. You
Hmm.
know, so it's like uh I'm I might do some artwork for him because
Hmm.
that's my friend, and then people that I don't know that he knows and that his dad knows
Hmm.
uh or knew
Yeah,
uh might reach out to me because they saw the artwork that I did of the dad that passed away,
right.
you know. So I'm just
That's
thinking like
pretty
I'm like,
cool.
like trying to think out of the box and like reach as many people as I can,
Hmm.
no matter what it is that I have to do,
Right.
as long as it's not hurting someone else. I'm like, you know, I'll try
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love the creativity in that. The creativity part. So important.
Yes.
Um, I wanted to touch on the how like flow around the drawing, how you how do I say this? Yeah, how do you experience flow in your work? Or like,
Flow.
yeah. Or is
I
that
like that
something
word.
you think of as when you do art? And like, is it like getting in the zone? For me, it's, yeah, when I prepare for the podcast or play soccer, it's like get in the flow or just like having a routine with something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what's it
Yeah.
like for you?
I like to take walks,
Ah, yes.
you know. I like to uh go outside and put my phone up, like not really be on my phone for a little while and
Hmm.
just like maybe go look at some squirrels or some birds or something for a little bit.
Oh, I
that
love
that's
that.
that's like one of my things every day that I like to do. Um,
Okay, I love that. Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
then uh I like to have conversations with people, like I talk to my mom a lot.
Uh-huh.
Uh and then I have a friend named John that I speak to, a friend named Avery as well.
Hmm.
So it's like I have friends that are into politics, friends that are like, more religious, or friends that are more like uh just into different things. So I like to
Hmm.
tap into that, and I feel like that helps me get into my groove.
Right.
Because for me, it's like I don't want to overload on the artwork that I'm doing. Like I don't want to
Hmm.
uh uh get over do it do it too much. I don't want to uh you know I don't want to turn it into something that feels like work.
Right.
So I'm always trying to do my best to like freshen up and
Mhm.
not really be so serious about it, you know.
Right. Right. Remembering the play. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's someone. Yeah. Awesome. Um,
You said that you got into school?
yes, I did. I just I had a question, then I kind of lost it. But yes, I did get into school at LaGuardia. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
LaGuardia. That's in New York, isn't it?
Yeah, that's in New York and Long Island. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a really big deal.
Yes,
That's
it
a really
is.
big deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You
Thank
should be
you.
very proud of yourself.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's
Welcome.
still kind of settling into me that it's like school in New York. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when are you gonna accept it?
Yes, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when would you be moving? Like,
Well, I've been accepted for the spring 2025. So what I'm doing right now is that I am preparing for visas that I'll have to have for getting into school. That's J1 is called one of them, and then there's an I1 that I'll have to be able to stay here. And then I'll be living with my girlfriend here at Manhattan. So that's the plan.
mm, mm, that's exciting.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild what's like because we started talking and meet last year December. So it's I started applying in February, March, April, October, August or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah,
That's incredible.
yeah, thank you.
You're
Um
you know you're about to meet a whole lot of different people,
yes, and I
like
love that.
important people. Yeah,
Oh, what?
like important people.
Important people?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about I'm talking about that New York scene, that culture. Um,
Ah,
you know, the people that have like real connections in a lot of different places.
right.
I've heard of that school before.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Wha-
that's nice.
Okay, yeah. What have you heard about the school? Because I have, yeah,
I don't really I don't know too much, but I know
yeah.
it's like a prominent school. It's like what
Uh-huh.
GPA do you need to get into that?
I think the GPA has been two for all the schools that I think I've been applied for.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, Long Island.
yeah.
I feel like I've driven by it too.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And what I when I saw it, I'm just like, wow, that's really cool because it's like right there in the city. It's right in the city. Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
that's awesome. I always dreamed of like being able to, like, are you going to be taking a train to to class?
Uh, I actually really would love to bike to class.
Oh,
But I'm like, I've been talking about that with my girlfriend and like how is like the biking culture here because it's
right.
so huge and different from Odense, Denmark that I'm used to, where it's just like you can like we have so much place for biking, but it's just not the same here. But I'm like, well, I kind of see it, want to see if I can do that.
Yeah,
But
there's a
yeah,
lot of bikers out there.
yeah, there's a lot
I
of
wouldn't-
bikers. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because I wrote this post on Facebook because there's this community of Danish citizens who come to New York and then you can kind of write and ask questions and stuff like that. And then they're like, don't bike in Manhattan. It's not gonna work. I was like,
That's what they're saying.
yeah, like there's a lot of people who bike here.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Well, add me on Facebook too,
okay, thank you. I'll do
please,
that.
so I can share your stuff because I have like a whole other like group of people that, would love to know who you are and listen to what you have to say.
All right. Wow. Thank you. That really means a lot. Thank
Of
you.
course, of course, of
Yeah.
course.
And yes,
I
I'd
see what
like
you're
to
doing.
connect you. Also, if you want, like, yeah, getting your, because my girlfriend, when she was talking about getting her art to Denmark, having it represented. So if
Right.
you're, yeah, anything you have in mind, let me know.
Oh, man, that would make my year right there
Uh-huh. Yeah,
to get anything, you know.
I'd love to do
I'd
that.
send you something. I would
Yes,
actually send, if you could
please.
get it anywhere, I wouldn't mind. That would be
Uh-huh.
really cool.
I would love to support and do anything I could do with that for you. Yeah. Yeah, that means
Cool.
so much to be able to like help someone who's doing art because it's just art just does something special to us, and so yeah, and
That's all. Thank
also
you.
yeah, um, yeah. So I'm gonna have to. This meeting is gonna be. So we have 1 minute left. Um,
Okay.
and I mean, if there's more, we can of course do that. I feel like almost I kind of want to have you on again. At some
Oh
point.
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Um,
next time I could be like outside when I talk to you, so it's like a better,
okay, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
look.
We could do that, whatever you want. You want to be outside?
Okay. Yeah. Let's schedule another time. What do you think about like the end of like closer to the end of the year, like maybe around Christmas time?
That works great. That works great.
Would that be all right?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
figure a date there. I will probably be in California then. That's what I'm visiting my girlfriend's
What are you doing
family
in
here.
California?
I'm visiting my girlfriend's family for Christmas there.
Oh,
We're
okay.
planning to,
Okay.
so yeah. But that let's do that. Let's do that.
Cool. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. That's awesome. It's great to see that.
Hey again.
Yeah.
That's my girlfriend.
How
Hello.
you doing?
Right there.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. How are you? I couldn't hear that well.
Oh.
I'm doing good.
That's good. You guys are ending?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
All
It's
right.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. All right. Keeping up for work. All right. You were about to say something
Yes.
when before.
I was asking you, I was like, so have you been to California before?
No, I've not. No.
Wow, okay. So what part of it are you going to? Do you remember?
Yes, it's around. It's Santa Monica, right? Yeah. 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 So
Santa Monica.
yeah.
Interesting. Very pretty. Very
Uh-huh.
pretty.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Okay. Have you been there?
I've been there once.
Okay, you've been there once. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I've been in what's the called 11? I've been in Washington and Pennsylvania with my family 7, 8, 9 years ago. And after that my brother visited California for some time. And I remember being
Okay.
like, oh, California. But yeah, that's yeah, I have not been there before yet.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you got to let me know what you think about it when you come back.
I will. I will. I will. Okay.
I want to thank you for your time and letting me, you know, meet your girl and talk to you about me, I
Yes,
appreciate.
and thank you for wanting to come on the podcast too. I really appreciate that, and for sharing your story and for sharing your experience on the art that you do. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, I was thinking
Uh-huh.
like next time
Yeah.
uh I want to I want to make a post about it,
Uh-huh.
you know. So, uh just because I feel like I look a little rough today, I want to have like a better background or whatnot.
Right.
Um
Yeah.
So next time, if we could talk again, maybe closer to the end of what it doesn't matter. It could be before your trip, so maybe like mid-December if you can.
Yeah. 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 It could be around, I don't know, the 20th or 21st.
Yeah, because I'll have more to talk to you about too by then.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that sounds
Oh,
good.
cool.
And yeah, yeah, we can figure that out. But yeah, that works. 20 or 21st, I think would be great. To do that. Yeah.
Okay, let's do the 21st if you can.
21st? Okay, yeah, that sounds great. What are we doing a time or do we just write that?
I wonder what day that is.
Yeah, I guess should I
Just
check?
let me know.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll let you know. Okay, good.
just send me
Cool.
an email and then we could do it.
Okay, cool. Cool. Awesome. All right. That's awesome. Thank you, Kenrick. That's
No
awesome.
problem. No
Okay.
problem.
Yes, awesome. And yeah, enjoy. Have a fun rest of your day, whatever you're doing. And yeah, much love to you also.
It's
Um,
much love to you too. Thank you. Thank
so
you. It's great to meet you.
and thank you, and great to meet you too. All right,
All right. You have a good one.
you too. Thanks.
Be safe. Be
You
safe too.
too.
All
Hey,
right.
hey,
Bye.
bye.